What's up guys, this is Emmanuel from TeamDBZ Biscuit, and today we're coming at you with a odd-odds Zefra deck profile. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also be sure to leave a like and a comment, be much appreciated. Also be sure to check the links in the description box below for any information down there that you might enjoy. But let's jump into this deck profile. Let's see what we're coming at you with. To start things off, we're running 3 odd-odds Art Pendulum Dragon. This is the main odd-odds card that you want to run for your odd-odds. Art Pendulum is going to help you to start getting the resources you need for your odd-odds whenever one of your odd-odds is destroyed on the field or in your pin scale. As long as this guy's in your pin scale, it's going to allow you to start special summoning odd-odds to the field, and that's going to let you start getting the advantage that you want. We're also running 2 odd-odds Persona. Odd-odds Persona is good for just good defense. Also it's a nice low scale, and if he is on the monster zone spot, he's going to allow you to hate on them extra deck monster effects whenever they start to pop off on you. So that's going to really slow down the opponent. We're also running 1 Performance Power odd-odds Dissolver and 1 Performance Power odd-odds Synchron. These are both good for utility cards, being able to go into your fusions with your Dissolver, help you to properly summon your odd-odds Vortex, and to also go into with your odd-odds Synchron, go into your Synchro plays, being able to get your Borlo Savage, things like that to the field. We're also running 1 Zefra and the 1 Secret of the Yang Zing. These 2 are just good, just want to get the Zefra stuff into the extra deck. That way you can get the Zefra engine running the way you want to. You're not running a big Zefra engine, you just want to be able to get cards set up. That way you can get the plays, minusing off your opponent and being able to keep good recovery. Very good. We're also running the 1 Vegeta and the 3 Bulma. This is a nice, package. It's going to be able to make sure that you get the spell counters that you want. Servant is just going to make sure that you get 3 while it's in the pin scale, especially something from out of the deck. Usually this is going to help you get your Jackal on board as fast as possible. And Master of Edemia is just going to, if you got 6 counters out there, especially some of him from out of the pendulum scale, just blow up everything. Just going to do a big bang attack. I'm also running 1 Mythical Beast Master Cerberus, 1 Mythical Beast Jackal King, and 1 Mythical Beast Garuda. These 3 I like running 1 of each. Cerberus to be able to get that spot removal of crazy monsters to be on the field too big and give them an attack point boost. Mythical Beast Jackal to be able to get the hating on the Nibiru, because Nibiru can be problematic. And Garuda is just good as it being a good hand trap. It can be used as an MST, but the main thing I use is for a hand trap. Whenever you have 3 or more counters on the field, your opponent special summons a bunch of monsters, you can use this special summon it to the field by removing 3 counters, special summon it, and it's going to bounce that card back to hand that your opponent special summons. So that can be very useful. We're also running 3 of the Chronograph and the 1 Time Gazer. This is just a nice little package also to run. It's going to help you to protect your pin scales, also to be able to get special summon monsters to the field as fast as possible. We're also running 2 Dark Worm and the 1 Gate Zero. This is a nice, Dark Worm is needed in almost every deck, the way it seems to me, because you can put this in about any deck. It's going to special summon out of the graveyard as long as you control no monsters. And that's just going to be very, very helpful to get a monster on board on top of your normal summon if you have to use it. So it can be very useful. Gate Zero is just a good level 7. Also it's good allure target for me. That's what I use it for. And lastly, for the monsters, we're running 1 Destrudo. It's just good being able to extend your plays a little further the way you want to, going to your FA Dawn Dragster, or just put an extra monster on board to help to go into the Guard Dragon plays. But that is it for the monsters. For the spell cards, we're running 2 Allure Darkness. You just want to be able to make sure we can get the hands unclogged the way you want to. Sometimes you get, you want to eat through the deck a little faster the way you want to. So 2 Allure Darkness help with that. We're also running 3 of the Spiral Flame Strike. This is good for making sure that you can get to the Arc Pendulum as fast as possible. But also another good thing, if you have problematic cards that are on the field, you can use this to destroy as long as you got odd-odds on the field somewhere. You can target one of the cards on the field and destroy it, so that could be very useful to you. We're also running 2 Duelist Alliance. Duelist Alliance is just good for making sure you get to that Arc Pendulum. That's the main focus that you want to use it for in this deck, in this build. Just being able to get to that Arc Pendulum, that way you can get it set up as fast as possible. We're also running 3 Spell Power Mastery. Spell Power Mastery is just an amazing card. It's just going to be able to help you get to your servant that much faster, being able to get the play set up the way you want to, and also being able to get those spell counters on the field too. Running 1 Zefra Providence. Zefra Providence is just going to be able to make sure we get every card that we want into our hand as fast as possible. It be field spell, trap cards, monsters, whatever it might be, you can get that card to the hand and just be able to get the plays going the way you want to. I'm also running 1 Terraforming, 1 Set Rotation, 3 Sky Iris, 1 Oracle of Zefra, and 1 Dragon Ravine. This is a package that I really like to run. It's a lot of field spells, but I use it for the fact of set rotation. Set rotation is going to set one of these 2 on the opponent's side of the field, or Sky Iris, whichever one I would need to be at that time. Sky Iris is good for making sure you can get the plays going, the searches that you want in the deck. Oracle of Zefra is good for being able to search out any of my monsters. Also, too, the effects for Oracle of Zefra, depending on if you use a Yang Zing monster for Fusion, XYZ, Synchro, things like that, you can actually get added effects with this. So it could be very helpful to you depending on how you set up your plays and the plays you can set up. And Dragon Ravine, just be able to make sure we get that Dark Worm to the graveyard if we need to, or the Destrudo, depending on what plays we want to set up at the time. And lastly, for the spell cards, we're running 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Dragon Shrine. This is mainly to get the Dark Worm into the graveyard. Also, too, if push comes to shove, you can send the Destrudo in there. That way you can go ahead and get the play set up the way you want to. But that's it for the spell cards. And for the traps, I'm running 1 Zefra the Divine Strike. Divine Strike is very good for helping make sure we can stop, problematic cards like Dark Rule No More, things like that. It's searchable and it can be helped to be able to set up very easy for the deck. But that is it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we're running 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, and 1 Odd Eyes Absolute. I like this package a lot for the Odd Eyes. Odd Eyes Vortex to be able to get that bounce and negation effect. Odd Eyes Meteor Burst to be able to make sure that you can just special summon and hate on your opponent's battle phase, and your Odd Eyes Absolute to be able to make sure that you can negate the attacks that you don't want to go through, and also too, when it's sent to the graveyard, to be able to special summon any of your Odd Eyes from out of the extra deck could be very useful. We're also running 1 Borlo Savage. Savage is just savage. You're gonna be able to negate one of those good free negates for every link material that he has, so it's very useful to you. If you got 3, 4, whatever, you're gonna get those negates that you need and make your opponent get the sad face. I'm also running 1 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. I like this card a lot. A lot of people, they don't really understand the effect of this card. This card's very good. If your opponent tries to target one of your level 5 or higher monsters, it's going to negate that target. Whoever tried to target, destroy that card. Or if your level 5 or higher tries to activate this effect, it's real crazy. You can be able to negate that too. And it's got 2 effects to negate, so it can be very useful for helping protect your Odd Eyes cards and things like that that's on the field, like your Borlo Savage, your Odd Eyes Vortex, things like that. So it makes it harder for your opponent to get through your board. Also running 1 F8 Daunt Dragster. You want to be able to hate on those spell trap cards that your opponent wants to activate. This could be a card that could be very useful to helping you make sure that you can keep your plays live, like if they want to write Geki Darkhold, things like that, or just any problematic card that's going to allow them to be able to search, get extra resources. You want to make sure you can keep all those cards to a minimum. Also running the 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal. Flare Metal is very good. There's a lot of times that you can put him out there, and there's a lot of plays that your opponent has to make in order to make the plays that they want to make, and they can't do it, so it allows you to burn them up and get the game the way you want to. We're also running 1 number 11 Big Eye. Big Eye is just a very useful card, very beneficial. Helps the deck to make sure your opponent doesn't have any crazy monsters on their side of the field. Just snatch steal the card and just keep your plays going the way you want to. We're also running the Guard Dragon package. We're running 1 Guard Dragon LP, the Dragon Balls, Triple Burst Dragon, and Sayu's your Skull Dread. This right here is the new lineup. You know, you won't be able to get your Guard Dragon plays going the way you want to. You know, LP just gonna be able to special summon you one out of the deck. The Heavenly Spheres is gonna pretty much make all your dreams come true. Triple Burst is gonna be able to hate on that battle phase, and Sayu, you make your plays right, you're gonna get them free draws, the special summons, and whatever else you want to get. We're also running the mandatory Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. This is needed in every Pendulum deck. You won't be able to get this guy out there. That way you can get the plays going the way you want to, set up the board the way you want to, and just, you know, run over your opponent. I'm also running one Borlow Dragon. This card is just, you know, steel. I feel that this is better than Boral Swords. You know, I like being able to steal my opponent's cards. You know, if they get something too crazy over there, just steal that card away from them. Hit them over the head in the biscuit with their own card, and it can be very useful to you. And lastly, for the extra deck, I'm running one Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, because we want to be able to make sure that we can keep as many negates on board. So if we got Appaloosa negating the monster effects, we can set extra negates for whatever else problematic cards we have. But that's it for the deck profile, guys. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, to be sure to Gallic gun that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys for all your love and support. We're out.